Welcome back to State of the Nation. We'll be focusing on the developments in the Senate. Honorable Taminu Adapson is the former Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Nasarawa State. He joins me to look at the scenarios playing out. Two distinguished senior advocates of Nigeria, Femi Falana and Michael Zekome, disagree on the powers of the senators to suspend Senator Ali Ndume, one of their own. Femi Falana says that you can't suspend him for more than a day, while Zekome says the contrary. What do we make out of this scenario? Let's talk to Mr. Taminu now, who is in our Abuja studios. I want to thank you so much indeed for joining us at this time. You have seen what is happening at the Senate. Who do you go with? With Falana's submissions or with Zekome's submissions?
Thank you very much for the audience, and I am very happy that the situation playing out is democracy in action. This is the beauty of democracy, because if it were under the military regime, nobody would have had the opportunity to even ask any question. It would have been the culture of order from above. The truth of the matter is that democracy is based on the rule of law. And if the law is the working instrument, whatever action we do must be regulated by the law, the legal provisions, whether expressly or impliedly or by virtue of conventions and practices. Many people have spoken on the issues at stake, especially playing out at the Senate. But the truth of the matter is that the Nigerian National Assembly has a lot of powers. And if you go to Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, the powers of the National Assembly, they exercise the legislative powers of the Federation. Apart from making laws on issues that are on the exclusive list, part of the concurrent list, Section 4B provides that they will make powers on other things that the Constitution allows them to do in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. So if you look at it and you go to Section 60, the Constitution provides that they will make rules to regulate their procedure. If they are to regulate their procedure, and by virtue of regulating their procedure, they are able to follow the provisions of Section 58, which allows them to make how a bill can be passed into law, and this procedure is duly passed as a law, then it means, in the absence of anybody or anything that has proved that law to the contrary, that law is the law in existence. And if that is the issue, the National Assembly as an institution should be able to regulate its procedure. And if in the course of regulating its procedures, it has made provisions for issues, how to summon witness people to attend, how to set up committees, which the Constitution allows it, how to attend to issues whereby there are issues that touch on the integrity of the House, and how to form committees that can go into Ethics and Privileges Committee. And if the committee at the end comes up with a position that this is the position, in the absence of anything that has put that regulations at abeyance, it means that is the prevailing regulation or the law. Especially
which one? Permit me to just butt in. Permit me to just butt in here.
And Immunity Act, which is.
Permit me to just butt in here. You have seen what is actually playing out, and it stems from the Magu situation where he was not confirmed by the Senate, and that also led to, at some point, where we also saw that the 27 recs were also not confirmed by the Senate. As a matter of fact, they didn't even get to meet with them. And then you're seeing this suspension of Ali Ndume. You support the suspension, don't you?
Yeah, if it is what is provided for in their rules and regulations regarding things to be done when there is a situation like that, yeah, that is the procedure.
Then
in the absence of anything that has put that, rules and procedure at abeyance, if it is still the existing
so then what happens? My apologies. So then what happens to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? What does it say about a situation like this? If you have to tally which to go with, whether the rules of the Senate or the Constitution of the Federal Republic?
Thank you very much. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria only provides for the substantive laws. It provides for the pith and substance of the law. The other existing legislations give complement the existing laws. They give the flesh and blood to the Constitution. The Constitution cannot foresee every conceivable situation. And that is why in Section 60, it allows them to produce their own procedure that will govern their own proceedings. And the Constitution cannot, in everything, provide for every foreseeable situation. This is how to punish the member of House of National Assembly. This is how to punish, or these are the punishment to be given to a member of House of Assembly. These are issues of indoor management rules. And therefore, if it is an institution, the institution has, as empowered by the Constitution, provided for the way and manner its procedures are to be carried out. If you are a member of a society, and then you have agreed to join the society, and the society has been empowered to make its own rules, and you are also part of that society, you have sworn to abide by the rules of that society. Whatever rules you have on ground, you have to go by them. The Constitution has provided for the institution, but the Constitution did not provide for the details on the issue of procedure of the institution. And that is why the Constitution went forward to provide that in Section 60, that such an institution should provide for the internal mechanism of running.
What then happens to Ndume's constituency in Borno now that he's been suspended for this amount of time?
Thank you very much. Ndume has agreed, his constituency elected him. After electing him, they have actually given him their mandate. Ndume did not become a senator until he was sworn in officially as a member of the Senate. Immediately he was sworn in as a member of the Senate, he had now become a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The issue of representation, as far as they are concerned, he is still having their mandate as somebody who has been elected from that area. But as far as the issues of being a distinguished senator of that red chamber are concerned, the rules of the red chambers supersede any other conduct of Mr. Ndume. If the red chamber decides that Mr. Ndume is constituting a problem to it, it did not, by suspending it, deprive him of his electoral victory. That is one. It is not by suspending him, deprive him of coming to the National Assembly. That is two. By suspending him, it only means that he is not going to participate in some of the legislative actions. And this is pursuant to the rules and regulations set up by the particular National Assembly, which he has sworn to be a member. I take you outside a bit. If my parents pay me from primary school to secondary school to university to become a lawyer, I attended my university, I finished my university, I went to the law school. When going to the law school, I'm called to the bar. Then I become a role as a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. And in the course of my practice, the Legal Privileges Committee found out that
my apologies. I'm sorry. We're going to have to leave it at that. Taminu Adapson is the former Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Nasarawa State. I want to thank you so much indeed for sharing your thoughts with us. Unfortunately, we have to go at this time. And of course, to you for being part of the show as well. Many thanks indeed for being a part of it. I'm Gimbo Omar. Join us again same time next week for another fresh package. Bye for now. And this is State of the Nation.